If you switch to new Outlook and something just feels off, not broken, not crashing, just kind of tiring to use every single day, this video is for you. We're going through real pros and cons of new Outlook for Windows, and we're getting into why so many people feel slower after switching, even when the app technically works fine. I'm Lauren from the Clean Email app, and here's why you should trust me. We've been helping everyday people clean their emails and keep them clean for over 10 years. And for each video, I tap into the expertise of the Clean Email team to make the best tutorials for you. Let's get into it. First, let's just say it out loud. You're not alone in this. I went through Reddit's Outlook community while researching this video, and the patterns across hundreds of threads was the same. People who'd used Outlook for over a decade described feeling like they went from flying through their inboxes to wading through it. One thread with nearly 400 upvotes was just asking how many people had already toggled back on classic Outlook. Someone replied that they tried switching back a couple of times, then gave up entirely. That's a specific kind of frustration. And another thread put it clearly. It's not one big problem, it's hundreds of small annoyances that never fully go away. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. That's one thing that this video is actually about. Not new Outlook is broken, it's why everything just costs a little more effort than it used to. Most new Outlook reviews either defend or trash it. What they miss is the architectural shift underneath. New Outlook isn't a buggy version of classic Outlook, it's a completely different product built on web technologies. Basically, Outlook.com in a desktop shell, and that was a deliberate choice. It loads up faster on startup, it syncs seamlessly across all devices, you don't have a giant OST file sitting on your hard drive, eating storage. For someone newer to Outlook or someone working mostly in the Microsoft 365 system, it genuinely works well. But for most people who built real workflows inside of classic Outlook, here's what got quietly removed. VBA macros are gone. .com add-ins don't work. Inbox rules are simplified to the point where complex logic you used to set up in 2 minutes now either can't be done at all or requires workaround. Right-click context menus lost a lot of options. Drag and drop behaviors changed. Quick steps are gone. Nothing is failing, it's just been stripped down to fit the new architecture. And that stripping is exactly what causes the daily friction. Here's the concept that pulls this all together, and it's the thing most people can't quite articulate when they say new Outlook feels exhausting. In a well-configured classic Outlook setup, email was mostly invisible. Rules fired automatically, macros ran in the background, folders sorted themselves. You showed up, dealt with what actually mattered, and left. The inbox didn't ask much of you because you'd already told it what to do. New Outlook shifts that dynamic. Because the automation is lighter, you end up making more small decisions yourself throughout the day. Should I sort this? Why didn't my rule catch this? Where did that email land? Each one is a tiny interruption, but small interruptions compound. The app is asking more of you quietly across every session. And here's the frustrating part. There's no single fix because there's no single problem. It's the texture of the whole experience. Email providers not giving you the actual tools that people are asking for is why we built Clean Email. It's an inbox management app, and I'm going to tell you about 2 specific things it actually addresses that we just talked about. The first is auto clean rules. The problem with new Outlook rules isn't that they don't exist, it's that they're reactive. You set a condition, something happens when a new email arrives. What you can't do is easily automate decisions across your existing mail, combine multiple conditions in flexible ways, or build rules that age out old emails automatically. Our auto clean rules can do all of that. You set them once to archive newsletters after 7 days, move food delivery receipts to a folder, delete anything from a sender you haven't opened in 3 months. The inbox handles itself and your cognitive overload is immediately lowered. The second thing is bulk unsubscribing, including from emails that don't have a working unsubscribe link. New Outlook has an unsubscribe button that shows up on some marketing emails. The catch, it only works when a sender includes specific email headers. In practice, that covers roughly 2/3 of newsletters. The rest you're left handling manually. Our unsubscriber feature shows you every list you're subscribed to in one view. And you can unsubscribe from the ones you don't want, keep the ones you want, and if you're feeling wild, unsubscribe from all of them at once. Inbox noise in New Outlook isn't a bug. It's just something the app leaves for you to manage for yourself. Our app has a million other features to help with this problem and many others, and there's a link for 15% off in the description below. But anyway, back to Outlook. You open something, it doesn't look right, you spend a few minutes figuring out why a rule didn't fire, you try to unsubscribe from something, and it doesn't work. You lose your train of thought, you leave feeling behind. After automation is running, your inbox has 20 emails instead of 200. You spend 10 minutes on email, not 40. You close it and don't think about it again until tomorrow. That's not fixing New Outlook, it's reducing how much the app asks of you every day. If you want to go deeper, I have a full, honest review of the New Outlook for Windows right here, and a comparison between New Outlook and Classic Outlook if you're still deciding whether to switch or stay. The truth about New Outlook is that it's not bad, it's just built for a different kind of user than the one who loved Classic Outlook. And whatever version you're on, the less mental energy your inbox takes, the better.